Hello, so I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be doing a deep dive on why Olivia Rodrigo is the true taydaughter. So pretty much, my last video I reviewed the You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So in Love album. So I reviewed the You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So in Love album, and now I let my thoughts set with me for a while, and honestly, I think I've only grown fonder of the album as it's been out. And I feel like that is just me because every time a new album comes out, I constantly like just find it better as more I listen. I can't really know how I feel about an album until I've listened to it a few times. And that is what happened. I've literally been nonstop listening to this album, and my thoughts have gotten even better. Firstly, there was a lot of songs on my review that I said, oh yeah, I don't really like them that much. So I'm gonna go through just very quickly before I start giving reasons why Olivia is the true Tay daughter. Is I'm just going to go through the album again and tell you guys like what I got wrong. Also, by the way, this is my new setup. It is, I have moved since I was making videos last time. So you might remember my old setup. It had like a Harley Quinn poster and like loads of fairy lights, and it was like really cute, and I had my plushies. Now I have a new setup because I've moved, and I have some Monster High dolls up there, and I have a Wicked poster in my closet also in the back. Yeah, this is my kind of arts and crafts room as well. I also have a sewing desk right here. So yeah, it's not like the most aesthetic looking at the moment. It will keep getting better. Also, I might be moving again, and when I move again, I'll have an even better setup because I will probably like be kind of living somewhere more like better. So yeah, this is the setup for now. My old setup was my childhood home, by the way, so that's why it's not like gone or anything. I can definitely still make videos there sometimes. It is still all my room has just kind of become very cluttered in my childhood home because I've started just like it's become very like cluttered with like old stuff. And then I moved rooms also in my childhood home. I moved to my older sister's room because there was more space for me and the baby, because I have a baby, by the way. So yeah, my old setup room is kind of a dump now. Well, not a dump, like it's not like bad, it's just like really messy now. It's just got kind of lots of like clothes and baby stuff all over it, so it's not as nice anymore to make videos in. I'd say half the posters have fell off the wall and have been like dumped somewhere because I got sick of hanging up my posters again after they kept falling. So yeah, I'm just kind of starting again with a new setup, and I'm doing it at my like actual house that me and my partner and my baby live in. And yeah, so that's why the setup is new. That is why you do not recognize the background. But I still have some cute stuff, like this Wicked poster. It's kind of got a bit of a glare, but you can kind of see it. It's cute. Anyway, enough talk about setups and moving and houses. Let's go over the songs. So first song was Drop Dead. Obviously I loved Drop Dead. Drop Dead, I still stand on my opinions of that. The next one was Stupid Song, which I gave a pretty good reaction to be honest. When I first listened to that song, that had a good reaction. I definitely said some good stuff about that song. But honestly, as times went on, I don't really listen to that song as much on the album anymore. I think there's other songs that have surpassed it. I also just think it's very like what Olivia will usually pick as a single. Like, that's not a dig or anything, but I feel like Olivia's singles are usually quite do not showcase, well, not that they don't showcase the album, but the better songs are always the more like songs she doesn't pick as singles. And I said in the last video, oh my god, she picked the best songs of the singles this time. That's really rare for her. No, I've been listening and listening. The best songs are definitely not the singles. The Cure is pretty amazing though, and so is Drop Dead, but Stupid Song, I feel like compared to the rest of the songs in the album, is not the best. But it's still good. Like, I understand why Olivia picks her songs as her singles, but what I love about her is that the better songs are usually the ones that are on the album. And then we have Honeybee, which I gave a pretty bad review, not gonna lie to. I said, oh my god, it's not really sticking out for me. Like, no, it's not my favorite. I'm completely wrong. Honeybee is amazing. I love Honeybee. It's so cute. It's a beautiful love song. Then we have Maggots for Brains, which I think I was just kind of like, oh yeah, it's okay. No, I've been nonstop listening to Maggots for Brains. It is amazing. It's not the best because I can't say any song is the best. Okay, I can't say a song is the best. I will say my favorite and which is the best. But like, seriously, Maggots for Brains is so good. It is so good. It's been in my head. Then I think what came after Maggots for Brains was either Me to You or was it My Way? I think it was Me to You. And that song I gave such a bad review to, and I'm like, what is wrong with me? Why did I do that? This song is not skipped by any means. This song is so fun. And I think I just was not in the mood when I heard like some of the more like cutesy love songs. I think I was in the mood for a funner, kind of edgier sound from Olivia when I put on this album. And now I've just like, no, like, these love songs are so cute and so good. But they're just not what I expect from Olivia. So the more baddie songs were the ones that I was like, oh my god, yay! But no, I'm appreciating her love songs now, and I'm appreciating her sadder songs. Then I believe what was next was My Way. My favorite song on the whole album. I think it is the Olivia song of this album. It is Rock Olivia. It is amazing. It is so good. It is so baddie. And I'm pretty sure when I first listened to it, I was like, oh yeah, it's cool. But now I'm like, no, the song is amazing. And then there was Purple, which still doesn't stick out to me, guys. I don't think I've listened to this one since I've listened to the album. I'm so sorry. I've definitely seen a couple of edits with it. It's still not sticking out for me to make me go back and listen to it. I feel bad because I can't add anything to the song. I'm sorry. Then we started off on the so sad side, and obviously The Cure is really good. Then what was next? I don't believe it was What's Wrong With Me, or it might have been. Was it? Was it What's Wrong With Me, or was it Less? I think it was What's Wrong With Me. What's Wrong With Me is such a good song. I'm pretty sure I gave it a good review in my first listen. But yeah, it's really good. It's really fun. I keep listening to it again. I think it's so cute. Well, it's not cute. It's pretty traumatic. Then there was it Less, or was it... I don't have these up in front of me, and I don't have anything in front of me other than like my video camera, so I can't check anything. But I'm pretty sure it was it was Less, wasn't it? Yeah. It was Less. So, or was it Begged? Was it Begged or Less? Okay, well, if it was Begged, my opinions on Begged are the same. I haven't listened to it really since the album came out. I'm not a fan of this song as much compared to the rest of her songs. I do appreciate it in some ways, but I haven't really given it much of a listen. I just think it wasn't my favorite. Then there was less. I've appreciated more since I've listened to it again. It is definitely one of those sad songs you have to be in the mood for, but I've definitely seen the beauty in the lyrics of it now. And then I believe we are on to the baddie songs, aren't we? We're on to, is it Expectations? Yeah, Expectations is a banger. I love Expectations now. I think I loved it when I first listened to it, but yeah, my love has only grown even more. And then we have Cigarette Smoke, which I think I was just like, yeah, it's okay. No, Cigarette Smoke is amazing and it's so good. It is such a moment. I freaking love it. It is giving Tortured Poet Department Taylor in the best ways. So then that's all I can remember. I just kind of wanted to refresh my opinions a little bit from the last video. I think I gave a bit of I gave like a really honest reaction to what exactly I thought of every song on first listen, but it's not really true to what I actually think now that I've let the album sit for a while and I've been listening to it constantly. Like I've been obsessed with a lot of these songs since it's come out, and I think this is a really good album. And I did on first listen too, but I think it's even getting better as I listen to it. Like, this might be becoming just as good as Guts, in my opinion. It might even be better. Like, Guts is one of my favorite albums, but I think she outdone herself. Olivia always outdoes herself. She always gets better with each album, is something I've realized with her. And I think that is really impressive. Anyway, so now for the next part of the video, I would like to talk about why Olivia has proven she is the true taydaughter. So, what is a taydaughter? First of all, a taydaughter is one of the many children of the next generation that a lot of different people online like to compare to Taylor Swift. And Taylor herself has chosen a couple of Tay daughters and Tay sons. But the fandom also, when Olivia came out first onto the scene, a lot of people compared her to Taylor Swift. A lot of people were like, she is the next Taylor Swift. She is just like Taylor Swift. The storytelling, the songwriting, the breakups, she is so like her. So I think what happened with that was Olivia showed a lot of inspiration for Taylor Swift. She had talked about how amazing Taylor Swift is, how she is her biggest inspiration. And then what went wrong was definitely hyping her up a good bit at the start. She was like, oh yeah, this cute, like, yeah, this like girl who's like inspired by me is so cute. I love that. But as time went on, they've both distanced themselves from each other, and I'm not really sure why. There's some speculation that there was a lawsuit thrown at Olivia for Deja Vu, which we don't really know how it happened, what happened, but all we know is that ever since it happened, Olivia has not spoken about Taylor. So I think something seriously went down. I think either Taylor did sue her and it wasn't just or threatened to, or maybe it was just song credits and it wasn't a big deal. It was a team on team thing, but there might have been some sort of like talk of from the management of stop talking about Taylor or this will keep happening. Maybe you need to stop talking about Taylor. Taylor herself, though, it doesn't really make sense why she stopped talking about Olivia. Maybe she caught on to Olivia's not talking about her anymore, so she's going to leave her alone and let her do her own thing. Or maybe it is kind of a more of a like, Taylor did not want to claim Olivia as her taydaughter. So I find this all pretty interesting. I wish through time goes on we can tell. But we do get little hints. When Guts press release was happening, when Guts rollout was happening, there was a lot of talk about Taylor and Olivia and how Vampire was about Taylor and not some ex-boyfriend. Which Olivia responded with, "Oh my god, like seriously, I'm really surprised people think that because I don't really, my song can be about like multiple things." Um, I think that's basically her saying kind of is, but it's also about the ex-boyfriend because it very much does have like words and lyrics that you would associate with a relationship breakup, as well as maybe like someone sort of like using you a little bit or like taking something from you. And that could be reference to Taylor taking song credits for Deja Vu. Now, the next thing I remember, but a lot of people don't really talk about, is when Olivia was asked about the Eras tour. So when the Eras tour happened, everyone was going to it. Like, all the celebrities were talking about it and wanting to go and going and posting pictures of themselves at it. And one of the celebrities that didn't do that, which if this happened in like 2021 or 2020, she would have 100% been all over it, was Olivia. The fact that Olivia said nothing about the Eras tour, posted nothing about going, didn't go whatsoever, is actually shocking when back a few years ago, when she was doing her Sour album rollout, Taylor was all her, she talked about, it was her biggest obsession. She was so obsessed with her. She loved her. And not in a like, I'm not saying that like, oh my god, Olivia copied, wanted to be like Taylor's. No, I don't think so. I think she just is a fangirl, and that's completely valid. But she is her own person at the same time. But she takes some inspiration from Taylor, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that because, like, she is kind of just paving the. She is kind of doing. Because I feel like she is bringing Taylor's songwriting and storytelling ability, like, kind of songwriting and storytelling aspects and putting them into a new generation, which is exactly what a taydaughter should do. And we're going to get talking about the other taydaughters that people like to say are taydaughters that I don't think are taydaughters. So, yeah. What I was saying was Olivia did not say anything about the Eras tour, which is absolutely shocking to everybody, especially me, as someone chronically online during that time and obsessed with the Eras tour. So what happened was, in an interview, she was asked about it, and she said, "I'm sure it's the tours of all tours. I just haven't had time to go." That is like something someone would say if they were dodging a question. Just, yeah, I haven't gotten around to it. At this point, the Eras tour had started like in May, and her album rollout happened in August. Like, it was a pretty long time. And she was doing the American half of the tour. And Taylor's American half of the tour happened in every state. So Olivia could have definitely went. And then for the European half of the tour, she went to so many different places. And she went to London twice. So Olivia could have also went to that. Because Olivia, we know at this time, was around London a lot with her new boyfriend. So then I'm going to get into my speculation on what I think happened. What I think happened was a little bit of both. I think Taylor definitely wanted definitely had management on management taking song credits for Deja Vu. That did happen. We know that happened. But Olivia was probably a little bit hurt by this, and she was a bit like, oh my god, my idol did this. And then she also probably did kind of need to shut up a little bit about her, because she was like, I don't want this to happen again. And maybe just it did drive a little bit of a wedge between them. She was like, I'm not gonna talk about her. And as for Taylor, I feel like with Olivia's motivation, it's very clear. It's very clear that she is hurt and she doesn't want to say much about it. She doesn't want to really like have it happen again. She kind of just feels very like hurt by her idol, and but she definitely is dropping hints. I feel like Olivia has definitely gotten her Easter eggs loving from her mom Taylor. So she definitely is like dropping a couple of hints, as we can tell. But as for Taylor's motivation, I think Taylor, not to say she was threatened, but maybe she was a bit insulted by the comparisons. I think Taylor doesn't believe she is getting replaced. She doesn't want to believe she is getting replaced. She is like, no one's going to be the new Taylor Swift. I am Taylor Swift. And that is kind of why she has started uplifting younger stars that she isn't as similar to. I feel like Olivia, she is too similar to uplift. She's like, no, I'm not uplifting her. Because then what if she surpasses me? What if people just want to listen to her over me? So she shut up about her, I feel like. She's like, no, I'm not going to uplift this girl. I'm going to uplift these other girls that aren't similar to me. Or, like, people like to say she's not threatened by, but I definitely don't believe that but I don't think it's in that way. I think maybe it's more in a way of they're not doing her career route. So what I believe the Taylor Swift career route is Taylor is into the building connection with her fans through her storytelling abilities, through her world building. That is her thing. Taylor is not about like flashy dancing, having these like crazy music videos that like are all about the dancing and like the visuals. Taylor definitely has had like some fun music videos. I'm not saying she hasn't, but I'm 100% sure that Taylor is not as interested in that aspect of her music career as she is in the world building, storytelling, and lyricisms. She's also not really like into singing super hard songs that are really vocally challenging. Taylor, her voice, she likes to sing nice, soft keys, very like what's the word? I'm not sure how to describe it. But I feel like she just sings very, in very like nice, soft keys, not very so much high notes. She's not very into that. She definitely does have some very good high notes for her riffs and bridges every once in a while, but she is all round. That's not what she's interested in, showing off her voice. She is interested in singing a song and telling a story and having people hear the lyrics, if that makes sense. Whilst an artist like Ariana Grande, for example, is more interested in the visuals, the voice, showing her vocals off, high notes, catchy choruses that get played on repeat. Taylor is not into that as much. She's definitely dabbled in it, but she's not interested. She's not into that as much. She's into, I'm going to tell a story with my lyrics and people are going to like my songs because of that. And that is something I love about her. And I feel like that's something Olivia does too. Olivia's whole point of her music career is she wants to tell a story. She wants to world build. She wants to share her feelings and emotions and how she felt going through a certain thing in her life. Just like Taylor does. Taylor is obsessed with leaving clues, letting her fans into her life, because Taylor's life is what she gives back to her audience. It's what her audience listen to her songs for. I'm not saying that as an insult. I'm saying that as like, we just are very captivated by her life, and that is something she's very personal about in her songs. and Olivia is doing the exact same route. Olivia is also being very personal in her music, and she always has since day one. She lets us into her life, she lets us into what she's going through, and she likes to give back to her audience into her life. She lets people in, and that is what Taylor does. And she makes her relationships, her friendships, and everything a spectacle, just like Taylor. But you know who doesn't really like to do that? Ariana Grande. Yes, she might have referenced a couple of relationships in a couple of songs, but she's also really more into just singing a fun song. She's into singing a good song. Recently, I feel like with Eternal Sunshine and the new song, she is sort of becoming a little bit more getting people into her life more. But in her younger career, Ariana was more interested in the songs that people could dance to, that people could have fun to, and showing her vocals off, fun music videos, visuals, and aesthetics, and fashion, and like stage presence, performances. And I feel like there's another taydaughter that people like to say is a taydaughter that I don't think is a taydaughter that does the exact same thing, and that is Sabrina Carpenter. Sabrina Carpenter has replaced Olivia as the taydaughter since Taylor and Olivia fell out, but it is not true, man. Sabrina is not a taydaughter. Sabrina is an Ariana daughter. She is so Ariana coded, it is actually crazy. Not only is she a cute, feisty, short, sexy, hot sort of pop star that Ariana Grande went for when she was younger, she's also into the dancing, she's into the performances, the visuals, and the stage presence. That is Sabrina's thing. Sabrina's thing is her stage presence and everything around that. That is why her Coachella set was talked about so much. That is why her tour for the Short and Sweet tour was everywhere on TikTok. And that is what people are invested in when it comes to Sabrina. Sabrina definitely sings a little bit about breakups and a little bit about her relationships in her songs, but I don't think that she's really trying to get people invested in that. I think they're just a little bit like in the background, but her songs could kind of be about anything a little bit. Like, she is singing fun songs to get people to get up and dance to, and she sings also quite like Ariana, very like songs that are quite sexual, just like Ariana. And she's going for just that vibe way more than Taylor. She's not doing the Taylor route. I can't lie. So I don't understand how we think she is a Tay daughter. She's not. She's an Ariana daughter. Like, have you listened to Feather? Have we listened to Read My Mind? She's so Ariana coded. It's actually crazy. And not to mention her music videos. Her music videos like House Tour are all about like the fun, the visuals. She's not like really like Taylor and Olivia in that way, where they are trying to get more of the emotions of sadness and heartbreak out through their music videos. And also, let's not lie, Ariana's a huge theater kid. And so is Sabrina, which we can definitely see in their references for movies and music. They are full-on theater kids through and through. And Sabrina takes so much inspiration from movies into her music videos, just like Ariana did. And they also are both, they're both like child actresses that took a break from acting to really get into their music careers. I can totally see Sabrina returning when she's older into acting. I think I could see her getting back into acting because Sabrina was a really good actress. She had a really cute, like, fun and like charming personality. And let's not mention her on SNL countless times being super funny, being super adorable, just like Ariana. Ariana ran SNL back in the day, just like Sabrina is now. And then Ariana has that cute, fun, charming personality too that translates really well to acting. That's why she's went back to do movies now, acting now. She's also still doing music, and she's still like has amazing stage presence and performances. And I can see Sabrina being the same. She's definitely going to do the same route. And also a little bit like Sabrina, Ariana didn't just like blow up, I feel like. Maybe she kind of did, but I feel like her career had a very like smooth trajectory of like the first album came out, it got a little famous, then the second one got a little bit more famous, and that's the same as Sabrina. Sabrina didn't just blow up. I mean, she did with Espresso, but she worked it for ages on different albums, and they got a little bit more, and each time she kept building up, and then eventually blew up. Whilst with Olivia blew up overnight over Driver's License and was everywhere. And I feel like Taylor, that kind of happened with her as well. Taylor really blew up on the Fearless era. She didn't really blow up that much on Debut, but she was always known. Like, Taylor was never unknown. So with Debut, like, she was still known, she was still there, people knew about her, and then Fearless came out and she was really blowing up with You Belong With Me and Love Story, kind of like Olivia did with her first album, Sour. But then that's not like Olivia's first music ever either. Like, I would say High School Musical, the musical series, is Olivia's debut. It is like, she made music for that, and that was like getting somewhere. People were definitely like interested, kind of like Taylor with Debut. And then they just blow up and they're everywhere and they're unstoppably famous. So yeah, so Olivia is doing the Taylor route. She is getting people interested in her world, into her heartbreaks, into her relationships. She's leaving Easter eggs. She is 100% inspired by Taylor still. Even though she doesn't want to say it, I think she still is. And that is why I think Olivia is the true taydaughter. I feel like I've said all I've had to say. I feel like I can't think of anything else I was thinking of when I was planning this video. And yeah, like, that's all I really gotta say right now. But I hope you enjoyed this topic. I hope you enjoyed my dissection of taydaughters. I didn't really mention any other examples, but I do want to say Somber is the next Tay-son. Taylor is really showing interest in him now, and I think it's really cute. I'm happy for Somber. I think he's really good. So yeah, that's all I want to say, is that Olivia is proven she is a record breaker. She is amazing. She is an artist of a generation, and Taylor did the exact same thing, and she still continues to do the exact same thing. Taylor is an unstoppable force, just like Olivia will be. So I really think they are one of the same. I think that is why Taylor will not build her up as much. She knows Olivia is too similar to her. She can't get behind her. She's like, of course I'm going to build up this Sabrina Carpenter because she's so amazing. I love her. And like, she just has this vibe that I do not have. And then with Olivia, it's like, oh, yeah, she's great, but like, why does she have to be so similar? And like, why is she doing what I did? I don't know. I hope I'm not like too parasocial right now, but I just find that this whole celebrity beef is really interesting. I find that it's very like, don't meet your idols, and like, I don't know, it's just really interesting to me. And it's also very like, we know Taylor is insecure about passing the torch, about being replaced in her opinion, even though she can't get replaced. But I just think she's very like cautious of the next young thing coming along. We see that in songs like Clairvaux, Nothing New. There's lots of different examples of her feeling like she's gonna fade away. But then in Showgirls, she was like, no, I'm not fading away, I'm not going anywhere. So maybe she's kind of gotten over that, and she might give, but she still hasn't given any praise to Olivia for her new album, which a lot of celebrities are speaking out and giving her lots of praise for. But Taylor is silent, and Taylor is now promoting her new song, which she's not, but like not kind of acknowledging that Olivia came out with music too. It's just really weird why she builds up some people and won't build up another. But anyway, that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go and edit this video and upload it now. And yeah, so thank you. Bye.